We see you getting after your fitness goals. But what about those money goals? You can count on Credit Karma for a clear view of your finances and your progress, helping you see results so you can keep checking off those financial personal bests and find your way to money. Progress never felt so good. Download the Intuit Credit Karma app and start achieving your money goals today. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of When Reality Hits. I'm here today with my girl, Janet Caperna.
Hi. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Also nervous that we're going to get the giggles.
I know. Oh, we already had it before we even started. We just got back from Miami, a little girls trip.
The best trip.
It was awesome.
I loved it.
But we are both exhausted today.
I am on the struggle bus.
Struggle bus. Like, I feel like shaky and just weird and I don't know. But it was the best time.
And you even stayed in the last night. I'm like, I have reason to feel crappy. You got a 12 hours sleep and room service.
We only stayed for 3 nights, right? 3 nights before full days.
Yeah.
Because our flight was later on whenever we came home last night. We didn't land until 8 last night.
Yeah.
But we went out. We went to dinner the first night in the hotel. We stayed at Fountain Blue.
Yeah. Fountain Blue. We did
this and all that.
Yeah. They have everything there and it's huge. Yes. It's on the beach. I love it there.
It feels like a resort, all inclusive, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It has shops and it has
everything.
I bought me a Balmain part.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Brittany's like, how do I say this? Balmain. And
How
I'm
do you say it?
I think it's Balmain.
Well, it's the first one I got, but I bought it because it has a big B on it.
Yeah. The B for Brittany or for Balmain.
Balmain. But I loved it. So they had shops there. They had restaurants there. We went to a steakhouse the first night in our hotel.
That was so good.
What was it called? Prime 58 or something that? I think 58, right?
That sounds about right.
But Jana invited me to go with her and 2 of her friends back from Ohio.
Yes.
Allison and Nicole.
Yep. We've been friends since we were little kids. So we try to get together a couple times a year now. We're all in different stages of life, working, moms, all that stuff. But so, we planned this. We were we have to see each other because it had been a little while since the 3 of us had gotten together. And then I just feel like you needed a girls trip. So I was all right, we already have this booked. You need to come with us. It's going to be so fun. You've met my friends from home a couple times and have my bachelorette party. Yes. We've done little staycations and fun stuff.
I think for the people listening, you probably saw Allison. She was here for Janet's birthday party. I the carnival themed one, whatever. So Allison, I think you saw her a couple times. She has really long blonde hair. She's super pretty.
Yeah.
I think that you could see her on there. So if you remember that episode, at least you get a face to the name. Then her friend Nicole is hilarious, and she's 6 foot tall.
Yes. She's tall. She literally just is constant laughter and fun.
Yes.
She just is the most fun human being ever, and she always has been.
How long have you guys been friends?
We've all known each other since first grade.
Yeah.
But then Allie had her own little best friend in first grade, so we all became super close in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Well, that's when we started hanging out all the time. And then honestly, it's crazy. I feel a lot of people have their childhood friends, but we've consistently stayed in touch, visited each other. We really make a point to spend time together for our entire lives. So it's funny, but it's been 20 plus years of being
I love that. And I think that that's why I connected with them too, is because you're Ohio girls, I'm Kentucky girl. They just seemed a lot like my friends from back home.
Totally.
I even told Nicole a million times, and I've talked about Bethany before on my podcast, but she reminds me so much of my friend Bethany, personality wise, and her friend Allison reminds me of my friend Alex.
Yes.
It was just crazy. So I instantly bonded with them. So whenever she asked me to go with them, I was like, of course.
Yes.
I am down.
Honestly, when the first time I met you years ago in California, I was like, oh, you remind me of them.
Yeah.
Or the things that we laugh about and joke about, and they're very silly. You and I can be really silly and just giggle for nothing. That's how they are. So I remember the first time I met you, I was I can tell you're from near where I'm from because you remind me of all my friends from home.
It's weird how you can have that connection with people just because you're from the same part of the world. You know what I mean? Because I instantly loved them. And we had such a good time.
Oh my gosh. That was like, we had such a funny, our second night. Was the strangest, funniest thing I think ever. So I have a friend who used to live in LA and she lives in Miami now. So she was like, I reached out to her and was like, well, you know, we're doing a girls trip if you want to come hang out or do something. And she was like, I'm working, but when I'm off work, we were having dinner at Carbone. She was like, after your dinner, come over to my friend's house. And we were like, okay, sure. Like, and I just wanted to see my friend. Everybody I think has met her at some point too. So I was like,
met her a couple times.
I was like, it'll be fun. And so we go, and it's this really nice like condo building.
Yes.
And there's front desk people that have to walk us to like around this way, I can't even explain it, into this private elevator that then opens into this guy's condo.
Yeah, and it's just his own elevator.
Yes.
And the view,
I mean, this
was incredible.
This place was incredible. The strange thing was we get in and he's like, welcome to, and I won't say his name, but like, he was like, basically like, welcome to,
let's just say his name is like Paul.
Yeah. Well, he's like,
just for
welcome to Club Paul.
Yeah. Club
Paul. We
Paul.
were like, oh, okay. And he had personalized slippers for all of his guests that say Club Paul on it. And we were like, oh, sure. You know, and we're like, oh, I get it. When you live in a really nice place like that, you want people to take their shoes off. So I thought it was a nice touch
to have. And I
was
happy to take my heels off at that point. I was like, please, I will gladly take these heels off and kill my feet.
I was like, okay, that's fun. We have slippers. And he's like, normally I have people wear kimonos, but you guys don't have to if you don't want. And we were like, I was like, I'll wear a kimono. That's fine. And he mentioned at some point, he's like, people normally just, you know, that's all they wear. And I was like, oh, well.
We all had our dresses on underneath our
I'm going to keep my outfit on, but I will wear the kimono on top. Thank you.
And then he had this like furry rug.
Oh, yes.
That he was like, okay, well, let's all go sit on the rug. And we were
wanted us to sit on the rug and listen. He's like, I have a curated playlist of house music. And I'm like, I actually don't even really know what house music is.
Yeah, no.
I guess it's like club music. I think so.
I think that's what he was going to play.
But then we were like, but we want to hear our music. He's like, I normally don't do this in Club Paul. And we were like, what? And
it was a strange night, but fun.
It was the strangest, most fun night ever. So he ended up letting us like play songs. So it was like, I'm playing Lana Del Rey, Brittany's playing Lil Wayne. It's like
we all went around and picked one song, and Janet picks Lana Del Rey, and it was like so slow, and she's just swaying. We're just like having the best time, and we're all sitting on a rug in a kimono.
I love it.
Imagine it was that just a random ass night in Miami.
It's not what I was expecting at all.
No, it's something that will like never happen again. You know, just like very random and weird. It was 5 girls and this one Club Paul dude.
Yes. Who's playing his Club Paul music with his Club Paul slippers. It just was, I love meeting people like that. And I'm like, you are a character in the simulation of life.
Yes.
Like, this is the simulation. And like, you are like actually a TV character.
Yeah.
Like, someone could write a book about you as a character.
Different from us, but like, it was a fun, cool night, and I think he thought I was a character.
He was staring at you like in disbelief. I don't think he'd ever heard an accent like yours. He's like, what is this Lil Wayne you speak of? Like,
yes. So I play. I love Lil Wayne's, the song that's like, I'm calling you daddy, daddy. I know every single word to it.
Oh,
so whenever it came to my time to pick my song, I rapped Lil Wayne,
the whole thing
for everyone, and he could not believe it.
This tech bro, his mouth was dropped. He was just like staring at, just like, what are these creatures that someone brought over?
Gosh.
It was so funny though. I love random nights like that, and I love meeting just like characters. Like this guy was such a character.
He definitely thought I was crazy.
Mm-hmm. He thought we were all crazy. He was like, all right, don't forget your shoes on the way out.
Oh, and by the way, we get our shoes on the way out, and I don't put my shoes back on. So I'm carrying my shoes and my phone, and I left my purse in the freaking Uber and didn't realize it until the next morning.
A very nice Fendi bag, which... Thank God, on the way in, I recorded a video of all of us like getting out of the Uber because it was like music was blasting, whatever. I took a video, so we were like the next day, like using it as like investigative. Like I was like,
where could the purse be?
I was
still at Club Paul, or is it was it in the Uber? It has to be at one of those places.
I was like, Club Paul strikes me as someone who would notice immediately if something is out of place.
Yes.
So I was like, I bet it's the Uber, and then my first thought was like, it's gone. Like a nice bag in an Uber, it's gone. Luckily, the guy was so nice, and we messaged him through the Uber app, and he got it back to us.
The very next day. Like, I didn't notice until we were getting ready to go to the pool. And I was like, guys, where's my purse? I mean, it had my wallet in it, so my ID, cash. It had my credit cards. Like, even just getting on the plane would have been
a nightmare.
And it always sucks whenever you lose your credit cards and you have to like redo everything on your phone, your apps.
Reconnect it to all your TV stuff, all the streaming. No, this guy was so nice. He brought it back the next day, just in time. Like,
just in time for before we went to dinner. I gave him all the cash out of my wallet because everything was still in there. And I was like, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Also, I think it's because I'm so nice to my Uber driver.
Honestly,
like, I love them.
You were rapping to him on the way home too. And I think he loved us. And so I think he was like, all right, I know exactly.
Yeah, he knew exactly. He sent us a photo of it. It was like sealed in the seat and stuff. And he had everything, and he brought it back to us. It was so nice. I get car sick. So if I'm with other people, I always sit in the front, and I always have conversations with the Uber drivers. Like, I figure out where they're from, what they do, who they are, if they have kids, I just sit there and talk to them, and then I plug in my phone, start rapping Lil Wayne or Nicki Minaj or something. They probably think I'm crazy too. But the next day, everybody was like, he was a hot Uber driver. And I was like, what? They were like, yes, he loved you, and he was hot.
I don't remember what he looked like at all. I was in the far back, so I don't remember.
He was still hot the next day whenever I picked up the purse. Okay. And I was like, but whenever I was like texting with him to try to meet up with him, I was like, what kind of car is it? Because I don't remember. And he responded to me and said, it's a good thing you don't remember. And I was like mortified.
He was like, you were rapping?
Yeah. I was like, guys, what did I do to the Uber driver? And they were like, oh, you were just nice to him, but you were rapping the whole time. And I was like, oh my God.
Just a little show, a little show from Brittany.
But it was so good to get away and have a girls trip. Like, it was much needed. We're all moms, and like, we just needed to have that time. And it was only 3 nights, so it wasn't too bad. We, of course, started, I was missing Cruz. I FaceTimed him
the last day. Yeah. The last day I was like, okay, no longer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad we're going home today.
That was like the perfect amount of time.
Yeah.
And we needed that. And I think moms, like, especially, like, need to treat themselves sometimes, because we all do everything.
We all like slept in. You know what I mean? Like, everything, I feel like you take for granted the little things of like being able to sleep in without having a monitor next to your face or a child
on my head or something, because he sleeps in the bed with me majority of the time. So like, and he has to sleep right up on top of me. I wake up in the morning and I'm on the edge of the bed, and he's either like up on the pillow, like over my head, or his feet are touching me and he's laying sideways. Like, he is crazy in the bed.
I love it. I always try to I'm like, should we bring Cameron in and let him sleep with us tonight? Like, especially like when I got home last night, I was like, I want him to sleep with us tonight. And Jason's like, no, like, he's stricter about it. And I get it, because it's like, we want him to like his crib and all of that. But it is nice when you snuggle with him.
Cruz used to sleep in his room and stuff, but now I am by myself. Like, you have Jason in the bed too. Like, I don't have Jackson in the bed or anything anymore. So like, he's like my comfort, And I just,
and
like,
he probably feels that with you too, since it's just you guys.
And now he has his big boy bed, which is like a tent on the ground. So like, I'll put him in there, and at like 3:00 in the morning, he walks into my room. So it's like he's not gonna stay in there, and I don't care.
I'm nervous for the big boy bed phase.
Oh my
gosh. The crib is nice now.
Yeah, because he knew how to crawl out of it, but he wouldn't do it all the time.
Yeah.
But like, now he can just get out of his bed and walk into the room. Like, he takes naps in there during the day. But
when Jason and I babysat him, that was when he could flip out. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, how did he get out of here? But Cameron now is getting tall enough that I'm like, same thing with him. Like, I'm like, he's going to be able to get out of here really quick. Yeah. He's getting so strong.
Oh, I actually saw something. Like, I didn't do this whenever I was pregnant, but it's something, or whenever Cruz was younger, but it's something that you could do.
What?
I saw it. It was either like TikTok or a reel or something. And this girl was like, thank God for having friends that have kids, because her son started crawling out of the crib.
Yeah.
So they took the springs, the spring thing that's at the bottom of it, and put the mattress on the floor. So it was like way taller. And then he wasn't tall enough to be able to crawl out anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you can still have your mattress and all that, but you just take off that layer that lifts it up in the air.
I need to look at this.
And put it down on the floor, and then they can't crawl out anymore.
Wouldn't there be space at the bottom then where they can
It depends on what your crib looks like.
I'm like, I need to check it out.
Because Cruz's crib had drawers on the bottom, so it like went all the way down.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have mattered, which I didn't do it anyway, but it's something you can look at if he starts crawling out.
I'm so nervous just for the first time he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Like where I won't know that he has the ability to do it, but he will.
Yep,
I don't know.
He will, and then he'll just show up in your bed.
Parenting is scary. This is why we need girls trips, because you have to have like 2 days really just to disconnect your brain.
Yes.
And then come back like fully refreshed and just like ready to actually do all the stuff.
Moms have to take care of themselves.
Truly.
Too. All right, all you busy parents out there. I know as more and more gets packed into our days, we have less time to think about what we're packing into our bodies. Thankfully, there is Tempo, my new go-to for fast and fresh meals. With Tempo, you can select from over 20 mindful choices on their weekly menu. And here's the best part. All meals cook in just 3 minutes. Tempo is a weekly delivery service that delivers chef-crafted meals to your door. No grocery shopping, no preparation, no cleanup. With new recipes each week that are made with real ingredients, they make it easy to keep up a healthy lifestyle. They have protein-packed, calorie-conscious, carb-conscious, and fiber-rich options. And their perfectly portioned lunches and dinners take the guesswork out of eating well. And like I said, they come fully prepared and can be heated in the microwave for just 3 minutes. I just had the Southern mushroom gravy chicken with mashed potatoes. It was delicious. I threw it in the microwave, ate it right out of the container, and then tossed the container in the trash. So no dishes or cleanup for me. I love that. Also ordered the homestyle turkey meatballs and gravy that come with potatoes and carrots. I'll let y'all know what I think of that one. Tempo is so easy and the food tastes great. And for a limited time, Tempo is offering my listeners 60% off your first box. Go to tempomills.com/realityhits. That's tempomills.com/realityhits for 60% off your first box. tempomills.com/realityhits. Rules and restrictions may apply. Finding the one can feel impossible. And in today's world, it's even harder. False profiles, inaccurate pictures, ghosting on dates. Is this sounding familiar? But if you're ready to make your move to a new place, it doesn't have to feel like dating. All it takes is a simple search on apartments.com to find your perfect match. Whether you're looking for a 3-bedroom condo downtown, a 2-bedroom duplex in a quiet neighborhood, a cozy studio in a walkable city, or even a single-family home in a cul-de-sac, you can find the place that checks all the right boxes. So whichever stage of life you're in, settle down in your perfect home by using apartments.com. No more swiping or awkward first dates. Make it easier to get a place that gets you. Visit apartments.com, the place to find a place. I posted a photo of me in Miami, and like some people were commenting, which I delete all the negative comments. So keep on trying, haters, and I'm just going to delete it anyway. But somebody was commenting on there and was like, "Are you ever with your son?"
Oh,
and I was
my God.
"Is this a joke? Is this a joke?"
Like, I'm always with
literally
24/7.
I'm allowed to go on a vacation for 3 days.
Yes.
I just hate whenever people give
people don't
shame
ask
like that.
People don't ask the dads that.
I know.
Never
would ask the dad.
Never.
And it's like, I always tell you this, but like, of course, there's amazing dads in the world.
Yes.
Who some of them are full-time dads. Like
right.
The mom's not even present. So amazing for that.
Right.
But in most circumstances, being a mother is different just because your kids are like so bonded to you.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
And you just like, especially in like my circumstance.
Yeah.
I just feel like I do so much more. So it's like.
Totally. I mean, Jason is a great dad, but he still admits like, he's never ordered like diapers or like any of this stuff. Like I keep everything stocked. Like before I left, it's like interesting. Like, but I haven't left Cameron that many times to do something like this. And so before I left, I'm like, okay, I got to get like food for the week for them while I'm gone and prep all of it. So I like went and got like all this stuff that Cameron likes. I made like a spaghetti bake, like this chicken thing that he likes with rice, like little chicken burritos, little sandwich stuff, like all of that stuff so that he had like all breakfast, lunch. I like pre-made a bunch of bacon, pre-made a bunch of sausage, like all this stuff so that all week while I'm gone, even though both grandmas are there,
but
he's gonna be fine. Jason and both grandmas are there. Like he would have been totally fine. I didn't have to do it, but I was like, I'll be able to disconnect in Miami if I know I prepped a bunch of food and that there's a bunch of options in there. I stocked all of the, like, anywhere we change a diaper, like we have a changing table in the front of the house, back of the house. I stocked everything, made sure. I even went and I put all of his outfits together so that he would be in cute outfits while I was gone. Like Jason, sometimes I'm like, you thought this matched? I'm like, this is what he wore? And he has music class. So I was like, just the one time he just has to wear something cute is when he's at music class.
Around the other kids' parents.
He has a little girlfriend in class. And I'm like, he's got to be cute for her. But it's so much different than just kind of up and leaving.
Yes.
Like Jason went he's a great dad. He's amazing and everything. But like he went to Las Vegas for a couple days for March Madness. Like the week before, and I'm thinking, like, before I left, I did all this stuff. Before he left, he's like, see ya. Have fun. I'm sure you guys got it. Like, while I'm gone.
Good.
Yeah. And I'm like, before I'm gone, I'm like, oh, did I put nighttime diapers in this? Yeah.
It's
just like,
no, I know exactly what you mean.
So much more.
I'm always fully stocked. You know how my pantry and my fridge is. It's insane.
I've always said if there's
too much,
if there's like the end of the world, don't come in here. We'll live for weeks over here. My fridge is stocked, but yours is like a whole new level.
It's crazy.
There's always
Cruz
stuff to eat here.
So picky.
Yeah.
So I have to like put out like multiple things for him to eat. Like he's not just like I can't force him to eat either.
Yeah.
So it's like he'll eat obviously if he's hungry, whatever I have out there, but like it's just different like when they're so picky.
I've heard that like so Cameron's a year and 4 months ish about to be. He still like eats anything I put in front of him for the most part, but I've heard that it's about to change soon, that he like once he realizes he has a choice and like he can say or like that I'll bring him something else if he doesn't like it. I've heard that it's gonna change soon.
It gets harder. I feel like once they start deciding like what they like and everything, because Cruz used to eat everything too. Now, do you think he's going to eat a green vegetable? Like it's insane. So I have to give him like gummies that have all the superfoods in it, and I have like powder to give him all of his green food that I have to put in like his orange juice in the morning to make sure he has it. Like some kids will eat anything forever, and some kids are just like
pretty rare.
Chicken nuggets.
I was gonna say I think it's the chicken nuggets are the more, I
mean, even for me, like there was things that I like now that I would have never eaten. Like, I would have eaten a blue cheese olive whenever I was a kid, and now I freaking love them.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
You know what I mean? Like, give me some right now.
Your example of a vegetable is a blue cheese stuffed olive.
Here, that's my vegetables for the day. In a martini.
I love it.
In Tito's martini, extra dirty. That's when I get my blue cheese olives. And in Bloody Marys.
Yeah,
that's
some
good.
of those on the plane. That was so nice.
That is so good.
It really is.
So speaking of Miami, we went to Carbone the second night.
Oh,
third night, Janet had set up dinner at Nobu.
Yeah,
and I had to go handle my bag, get it from the Uber driver. So I went up to the room. Everybody was at the pool. I went up to the room like an hour before they did, and I texted them, and I was like, "Hey guys." I'm not going to be able to make it to dinner. I am so tired. I was like, I am so sorry, but I'm just not. And I was like, I'll get ready and meet you guys after. Nope. I fell asleep and slept through the entire night.
I pushed for 1 second. I was like, just come to dinner and we'll go home after. Like I made early dinner reservations on purpose so that we could either go out or we could, just crash afterwards. And I was like burning out anyway.
Yeah.
But I was like, and we were meeting Yara. If you watched 90 Day Fiance, I met her at, it was the Us Weekly party. Mm-hmm. And she and her husband Jovi have been on 90 Day, like every different version of it. And
they live in Miami.
Yes. I just love her. And we had so much fun with them at the Us Weekly party. So I reached out to her. She came and joined us for dinner at Nobu, which was great.
I hate that I didn't get to see her. She's
so fun.
Yeah.
It was just great too. I feel like all weekend, all of us as like women and moms, like we just everybody told stories about like their kids, their stuff. Like, I don't know, just feels good to hear other people like, even just like complain about stuff a little bit, and you're like, oh, I'm not alone. But she was just so funny. And like, she's in that same, I think her daughter's like 4 or 5. Yeah. So we were just talking about mom stuff and all
needing
that.
A second to yourself and everything else.
She was so grateful. She's like, oh, thanks for reaching out. Because I think that they moved to Miami like 2 years ago.
So she's still kind of new to
She has like some girlfriends and stuff, but it's harder when you're older and when you have kids. Like you maybe make friends with like your kids' parent or friends' parents and
honestly,
stuff. But
on TV, it's even harder.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, what are people's intentions? Right. Can you text everybody? Like, she gets that world.
And so she just was like so grateful to have like a fun girls' night. She took us to this bar afterwards that's very hazy for me. I'm not going to lie.
I can't believe the drunkest night you had was the night that I was.
You got the most sleep. Yeah. I should have stayed in bed and gotten 9, 10, 12 hours of sleep, but no, instead we went to Nobu, which was so good.
I love Nobu.
And then we went out to this bar afterwards. I forget the name of it, but it was like a trendy spot that Yara knew, and we had a blast. But yeah, getting home, I was like,
it still would have been more fun if I was there.
Yeah, it would have. It would have. Next time I'm going to drag you out of bed.
It was like I physically couldn't.
I also, when on trips like that, especially like that's why this group was so perfect, because it's like we all get it. Everybody's like, we're, having just a couple hours or an evening by yourself with room service, watch your own shows instead of kids stuff.
Nobody laying on top of my head.
Yes.
Not only do I have Cruz in my bed, I've got 2 dogs in my bed too.
And a cat.
Well, I can't let the cat can't sleep in my room. I have to like shut her out, which I hate doing that, but she's just in that crazy phase right now. So she gets the zooming and stuff. And I'm like, I have to go to sleep. Yes. I cannot deal with this. All of a sudden she's on the headboard and then she jumps down with like her long claws on my forehead. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this.
It really is a zoo over here.
Yeah. And I want more animals.
I know. I remember recently you were like, I could probably do one more. And I was like, no, you are not.
I was going to adopt Lola's sister, and I went the
Somebody
next day.
got her, right?
So I had already gotten her, and I was like, oh.
She got a good home.
Yeah.
You have plenty over here.
Yeah. I want a chicken coop. I've already picked out a black and white chicken coop to match my house.
They stink.
But I would have it like far enough out there, and it would be like a good chore for like me and Cruz to do together. Like I grew up on a farm.
Do you eat eggs? I guess you of all people.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have a rooster or anything. I would just have.
That would be crazy.
well, because they would drive the neighborhood nuts. Because they're the ones that like, and all that crap.
That's really funny. Did you have a rooster growing up that did that?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. All the roosters make sounds and stuff. And they get huge. The roosters do. But the chickens I want, they're called silkies.
Oh, I've seen those.
And they are so cute. They're like fluffy and I mean, they're adorable.
Jason won't let me. I wanted a chicken coop at one point because I've started gardening last year. So I have a vegetable garden. I make stuff. And Jason's like, it's so funny. He's like, this is not the woman I married. He's like, the woman I married does not garden. She does not ask for a chicken coop. He's like, this is not you. And I'm like, this is who I'm becoming. And it's because he doesn't want to have to contribute and water this. Like I asked him to water one time and he's like, this is not who I married.
This is not my job.
And I'm like, just water the garden once while I'm gone. That's it. I'll never ask you again. And I think he started coming around when I made really good sauce for my tomatoes in the garden. He was like, okay, well, actually I do like you.
Like fresh tomatoes are delicious. I like just cutting, like slicing them and putting salt on them. Oh, it's so good.
So good.
What's your favorite thing now that your son is, would you say you're in 4 months?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about being a mom? It's hard because there's so much.
The thing I tell people who are like pregnant or wanting to have kids, I always knew, or I guess it's like common knowledge, I guess, how much you're going to love your baby.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much he was going to love me. So like in the moments, like we started this, we do a music class once a week and it's just for little kids. When he gets like shy in there or like if he's like feeling, I don't know, not scared, but if he's like
overwhelmed,
unsure or whatever, when he like runs to me and like wants to back in and sit in my lap and stuff, I'm like, oh my God, the love he shows me, I'm like, I don't deserve this. This is the best thing ever.
And boys love their mom so much.
So like just in his moments that I'm the person he comes to, I'm like, that's the best part. When I'm like, oh, you need me, come here. I'm like, I'm right here. So
Cam is so cute. I know majority of you guys have never seen his face before because she doesn't show him on Instagram, which I posted decision.
I posted his baby photos for his first birthday. So people, because I'm like, he doesn't even look like that anymore. Yeah. He's like a totally different kid. But yeah, to be honest with the social thing, when I was pregnant, obviously we filmed season 1 of the show and I didn't know what it was going to be like to have my Instagram go from a place that was mostly just friends and acquaintances and like some people that followed me because of you guys and stuff. But for the most part, it was like a small group. I had like a couple thousand followers. Yeah. And then to have all of a sudden a lot of new strangers and people I didn't know, I was like, for now and we were, Cameron was born right before season 1 aired. hard. So it was like, I didn't want to immediately post him because I was like, what if everybody's mean on Instagram, or what if this? And so we just kind of,
Instagram is full of hate for no reason.
It is. It's a lot of negativity. And I was like, I just want to keep him out of that for now until I know what it's like to like navigate that.
Right.
And I think there's been times, I think Brock posted once, we were all at like Benihana. It was like all the kids, and he posted like around the table, and you could see Cameron for a second.
Yeah.
So many people sent that to me, and they're like, Brock's violating your da-da-da-da. And like,
I think Lala did too when we went to the museum.
Yeah. But those, I've always been like, I don't want, my whole thing is not like I'm forbidding him from ever being on the internet or anything. I'm just like, for now, I want to reduce how much he is on it.
Yeah.
And we'll do like little stuff here and there. And
it makes sense. And I get what you're saying, because I had time before I had Cruise to kind of get used to,
the world,
the different like Instagram and stuff. And then also like I have an account for Cruise. And a lot of people wouldn't do that, which I get completely fine.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's the world that we're in now.
Yeah.
And it's not like Cruz is on there.
No.
I'm the one posting it. You know what I mean? Like,
he's not whipping out his phone. He's not like, hey, can you crop this person out of my photo?
But like, if the world continues like that and Instagram is still a thing, like I've already set him up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the future.
Yeah.
And so that's like kind of how I looked at it, but like I will always control that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
But that does make a lot of sense. I never thought about it like that. Like how you just started getting all the followers and you just had him.
It was like, I'm not used to strangers saying stuff about me yet.
Yeah.
So how am I going to feel when I'm like a couple months postpartum and people are saying stuff about my baby? People would be dead probably.
That's the worst. Like people can say whatever they want about me.
Yeah.
But whenever they start talking about Cruz or saying stupid stuff, I'm like, oh, no, you're blocked immediately. Like you don't come for kids.
No,
Nobody.
the kid stuff nobody
should ever come for kids.
No.
Could you imagine me going on somebody's page and talking about their kid?
No.
Like, I just don't understand.
I mean, I guess I can't imagine writing anything negative at all. Like everything if I have nothing nice to say, you know what I do? I DM the post to somebody and talk shit about it behind their backs like a normal person.
I've done this a lot though. Like if somebody's a troll under like about my looks or something or whatever it is that they're saying, I've gone to their pages and I've seen that they have like a beautiful daughter or whatever. And I've commented under there and I've been like, your daughter is so beautiful. Could you imagine if somebody was commenting about her?
With things that you are.
The way that you are. And I've had so many people apologize to me and be like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I'm somebody's daughter. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. I just don't get it.
I think there's a lot of people out there who think, like, oh, when I'm posting a picture, I think I look perfect or that my outfit's amazing and whatever. There are plenty of times where I'm like, I don't love this, but I'm going to share it anyway because it's a fun memory or whatever. And, like, especially, like, I feel like a lot of people are like, they need stylists.
Yeah,
it's like,
I told you I was going crazy about that picture I posted in Miami. I was getting so many that were like, I love it, whatever. And I'm like, and then other people were like, I don't like that dress. I'm like, cool, but why did you have to post? Why did you have to comment that?
Yeah.
Like, just scroll on.
Right.
Like, if you don't like it, obviously I do.
Right. That's what I mean.
It's
just
weird.
And like, I guess we're not out here like trying to say we're perfect or that we're the best dressed, we're this. And like all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm going to make lots of fashion mistakes. I'm going to like wear stuff that people don't like. Yeah. And that's, just people have to deal with it.
Also, my dress was awesome.
I loved that dress.
Like, I loved it. I got so many compliments on it that night, like from random people and everything.
I loved that.
I thought it was cool. Yeah, it's different, but like, I like to wear different things.
Well, it's I don't know, especially getting dressed is such a fun way to like express yourself and pick out stuff. So it's like, you might not like everything I wear because like you might not like my taste and my style and all that.
You have to say it.
Yeah, like I probably don't like yours either.
Yeah,
like it's like,
well, then you'll go to their page and I just love to go and look and be like, what is this girl wearing?
Yeah,
talk about what I'm wearing.
Yeah,
I don't even have a single photo of themselves.
Yes,
you know what I mean. I'm like, it's a troll. It's a Finsta or whatever. I can't believe I'm about to say this out loud, but vacation season is almost here. Spring is in the air, and after the season I'm about to have on the valley, I'm going to be treating myself to a fabulous vacation this summer. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm treating myself to some luxe travel essentials too. So that means I'm heading to Quince for high quality pieces at fair prices. And I'm not just talking about their washable silk tops and comfy lounge sets. I'm talking about their premium luggage options and super cute, stylish tote bags. Let me tell you what's already in my cart. The Italian leather triple compartment weekender in black and a set of the Napa leather RFID blocking passport holder and luggage tags. Stylish and safe. Bring on summer. I am ready. And the best part, all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us. Thank you, Quince. For your next trip, treat yourself to a luxe upgrades you deserve from Quince. Go to quince.com/realityhits for 365-day returns plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/realityhits to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/realityhits. I don't even know how we got on that. I wasn't even planning on talking about that. But I feel like I always go into that because it's just such a big part of the world right now. And it like breaks my heart because I'm always like, be positive, spread positivity. Like I always say that. So if you're an Instagram troll, just stop.
You know what you can do? You can look at something and think, I don't like that dress. And then you can zip it and move on. You don't have to type it out.
You don't have to at all. Like at all. Okay. So obviously the trailers are out.
Oh gosh.
We won't go into details. We don't want to get in trouble about that. So obviously April 15th, the new season's coming out. It's going to be crazy.
2 things everyone should do on April 15th is watch The Valley and pay your taxes.
Exactly. Yes, please pay your taxes. You don't want to end up like someone I know. But just overall, what did you think of the trailer? We won't go into specifics.
I've been a Bravo TV fan for a long time. So I love the trailers in general, just with any of the shows. And I think it's always like the hot, buzzy moments that they'll put in. And then there's always more to the story later that you kind of have to like tune in to find out. So I feel like it was the perfect.
And everybody had something.
Yeah.
You know, like every single cast member had
kind of a hot moment.
On there. So it's like, okay, but there's so much more.
There's so much more. There's so much that happened. It's going to be
crazy, but good for everybody watching. Maybe hard for us.
I know. I think it was Alex Baskin who said it's like the best second season of any show he's made. And he's like the king of reality shows.
Literally does every reality show. Yeah.
The best ones. Yeah. So I'm like, if he says that, I'm like half worried, half excited.
Yeah. I think it's going to be amazing.
I think it's fun.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Before we get into questions from fans, I ask everybody that's on the podcast, if you could be on any other reality TV show, what would it be and why?
Let me think. It would definitely not like none of the competition shows. Nothing that's like any sort of physical, no Survivor, no Naked and Afraid, none of that.
Could you imagine being on Naked and Afraid?
No.
Like actually naked walking around?
I just had it on the other day and there was a girl who has no legs. Like she had both of her legs amputated like above the knee.
What?
And she was on Naked and Afraid because she's a survivalist. I didn't see how far she got, but I was like,
wow.
Damn, I was like, anytime I want to complain about having to do anything, I need to remember, like, this girl did this.
Wow, what a strong girl.
I know. I'm like, oh, holy shit. So
not a competition show.
No competition shows. I'm trying to think. I guess I would say like Housewives because that means I'm rich. If I've gotten there, then I'm trying to think if there's any others though that I like.
Would you do? Well, Traitors, I guess, is a competition show.
They have a lot of the physical stuff. I'm like, but some of the stuff you can say no to. I think too. I don't know. Traitors, I guess. My mom loves it so much.
Yeah.
If I ever got offered to do it and I said no, she would kill me. Yeah. So I would do it, but I would like any of the ones like they had something where they had like bugs and stuff in the most recent season, and I'm like, I would not. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't, but it would be fun to go to Scotland again.
Yeah.
And like be there. I don't know. I guess
you're going to go with Housewives.
Any of like the easier. Yeah. Where it's
Housewives,
just like,
because I'd be rich was a race.
Because that means I've made it. If I've
made it.
If I've made it to Housewives level, then something good has happened.
I love that. Okay. Another question I ask everybody is, who is your favorite reality TV star right now?
Ooh. You know, I feel like there's so many good shows happening right now. You know who I will say, just like that, I'm sure there's others and stuff too, but somebody who I think is totally killing it on their current season and just is like flourishing and looking great is Lindsay Hubbard from Summer House. She's filming pregnant, and I'm like, you're really nice and an angel.
You're nice.
I'm like, you're doing it well, and you look good, and you're happy, and you're lighthearted. I feel like my pregnancy, I was so worried all the time. So like seeing her do it and to film, and there's like a very small group of people who have filmed pregnant on any shows, but like especially on Bravo, I feel like it's a small club. So with her, I'm like, she did it. She's doing it all with grace. Like she's filming with her ex-fiance. Yes. They're having to stay in the same house.
Yep.
Like I would be going nuts in that situation, and like just I would not be like calm and chill and all those things. So I watch her right now and I'm like, damn, she's making me look bad.
Shout out to
She's
Lindsay.
Doing it good.
She's so nice and like person and everything.
I've met her briefly at I think at the Us Weekly thing, and then she was backstage at Watch What Happens Live when I was there too.
Yeah.
So I've met her briefly, and she's always been nice.
Great. All right, we're gonna go on to a couple questions from fans before we wrap it up.
Yay.
This is from Jenna J. Brooks. This one's to me. Explain your reaction. Laughy face.
Oh, coffin. I think that sums it up.
So I use the coffin emoji as like dead, like, you know,
I'm dead.
like,
LOL.
I'm dead over this. Like, hello. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Jax was on the cover of Us Weekly, and he did like a cover story and everything. And I put 2 laughing emojis and a coffin emoji underneath of it.
Well, the thing I think, and I think a lot of the comments said this, was he starts in his interview by saying, I would never talk poorly about Brittany.
Yes.
I would never do that. And then proceeds to talk poorly about you for so long. Yeah. I also just really didn't love that he said, like, why do you stay so long? And it's like,
oh, yeah.
Girl, like,
don't victim blame. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like, it's just like, well, because, like, why do you think, Jax? Like, I don't know. There was so much stuff in there that
I was like in love with him.
Right.
I was married to him.
And you were trying to keep your family together, your life together.
And you always think somebody can change. And that just like really upset me that he said that. But there was a lot of things that he said on there that like really annoyed me. And also, it's just like, I feel like he just doesn't take accountability for anything. No. There's always an excuse. There's always something. He blames me for a lot of stuff. And it just is like, you're still not like holding yourself accountable. And that's what my comment was about. Because I'm just like, this is laughable. This is laughable. Yeah. Like, this is foolish.
I mean, also, I just have to say this. There was a picture of him in there reading a book. I'm sorry. A book?
Oh, my God.
Jax Taylor? Did the Us Weekly people bring that as a prop?
I mean, I was with him for 10 years, and I don't think he ever read a book the whole time.
He is not reading books. He is not reading books.
No, I'm trying not to hate. There's so much more I could say about it, but I'm going to save it. But I just had to address that because, I mean, it was just laughable. Yeah. I couldn't.
Yeah.
So
you guys will see a lot
more this season, and you'll understand.
Yeah.
Even more of how I feel. And
honestly, I feel like we haven't even tapped the surface.
No, we haven't. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
But that's what that was about.
We had a good laugh at the pool.
And I'm dead. Yeah. I was like, what is this? Oh my gosh. It was funny though. Okay, this one's for you. This is from Jess _. Who are you currently the closest to from the cast?
You. We talk every day, and like, you know, our houses are very close, so we can just like pop
like
over.
3 minutes.
Yeah, and like all of that. And definitely you. I talk to Michelle almost every day. We get together, but Michelle lives on the other side of the hill, so it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it's harder for both of us. Yeah. But anytime we have something
this way. We want to eat in the valley.
Yeah. We need to get her over here. Eventually.
Sometimes.
I don't know. I think I don't think she loves the valley. But yeah, I talk to Michelle daily, pretty much. And I don't know, everybody else. I mean, Sheena, Lala, I talk to very regularly. Sheena, I see and talk to all the time. Yeah. everybody's in somewhat of a good place. I think we're all a lot of us are going to see each other for Melissa's birthday coming up. So that'll be fun. Jasmine, I talked to here and there, but Jasmine's been back and forth so much that I haven't seen her so much lately, but we're all going to see each other for tomorrow for Melissa's birthday party.
Yay.
So that'll be fun.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is from Savannah's Shore 41. How many kids do you want?
Oh, before I had one, I always thought I wanted like a big family. Also, like, so now also I'm 34. Are we 35? Yeah.
I'm 36,
but I'm turning
in January.
I always but I'm 35, turning 36 this year. So it's also like when I was little, I thought I wanted like 6 kids. Yeah. Now I'm like, okay, well, there's not enough time for 6 and money or time,
especially in LA
or any of the stuff. So I think right now I'm just like, I think Jason and I are both just really happy with like Cameron in our life right now. But I think I have a brother and Jason has a sister. And so that dynamic of like a family of 4 is like what we are used to. So I could see us having one more eventually, just maybe in like, I don't know. We haven't started talking about the planning of that yet, or like actually.
I can see you definitely having like one more.
I think I would want one more. And I think the idea of a family of 4 is just really cute.
Yeah. I would love to have one more, but I don't know if that's where my life is going to lead. And if it
you never know.
If it doesn't, then it doesn't.
You never know.
I have 3 brothers and a sister. And by the way, my brother Wes and my sister-in-law Melissa and my niece Presley got in this morning. So I'm so happy that they're here. We're going to take Presley to Disney for the first
She's going to have so much fun.
She's 7. It's going to be the best time. I mean, she's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And she is just going to be like so happy the entire time. Yeah. Like freaking out over everything. And I'm so glad I get to experience that with her. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm just so excited. And I'm so glad that they're here. Okay. This is from Kelly Kashmiri. Sorry, sometimes I just like demolish the names. Did you go to college in Ohio? Yes. If so, which one, and were you in a sorority?
Yes. So for undergrad, I went to Ohio University, which is like an hour and a half outside of Columbus, where I'm from. I was in Chi Omega. I was the social chair and recruitment chair.
Of course you were.
So I pulled girls in. And
if you weren't the fucking president.
President had too much responsibility. Yeah. Social chair, I just planned the parties, and then recruitment, I just helped plan like who we were choosing.
Oh, I would definitely have been the social chair.
Social chair was so fun. You got a budget.
Parties, hello.
You got a budget, and then you would just like reach out to the frats and be like, do you guys want to do a social like this Friday? It's so funny. I like think about our budget, and we would have parties where it would be like our entire sorority, entire fraternity for like $400.
Oh my gosh.
But all we bought was like a couple kegs of beer.
Burnett's vodka.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
The cheap.
I can't believe I used to drink that. It was
Lady Bly.
Like cherry flavored Burnett's. Ugh, oh my God. It makes me want to gag. Yeah. I'm still recovering from Miami. I can't even think of it.
With Red Bull.
Ooh. Oh my God. What we used to do.
Four Locos.
You barely talk about.
Do you remember Four Locos?
Oh, I couldn't drink those. Those were horrible on my stomach. But yes,
they
were
made them illegal. Yeah. After we went after
we were all drinking them.
Yeah. They were like illegal, and I think they brought them back, but they took out like half the ingredients because it made people like nuts.
Oh my God. We would drink vanilla flavor. Can't even talk about it. No. Vanilla flavored Burnett's vodka and chase it with cream soda.
Ew, gross.
Could you imagine? That is
that doesn't sound.
No. Like, could you imagine me drinking that now?
No.
I can't drink anything but a tequila.
No.
Like, literally can't even drink beer or wine or anything. Like, no.
I'm so grateful though for college and like those years, because I was wild and had so much fun.
You got to live it.
And then
live it up.
After I graduated from OU, I went back to Columbus, to Columbus State Community College, where I got an associate's in American Sign Language.
Amazing. You little smart cookie.
You know.
Don't you know it?
And what do I do with all those degrees? Nothing now.
Reality TV star.
Yeah, we had to all have bachelors to get in here, right? No.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, I love college.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize whenever I saved this question who it was from.
Who is it?
It's from Courtney.
Oh.
C. Burms.
I love C. Burms.
She said she has to give up one forever. Hot dogs or corn dogs?
That is a cruel, cruel question. Okay. This is the thing. I like corn dogs. I like more than hot dogs. Like, I think corn dogs are just amazing, but hot dogs are like more available. Like you can, you know what I mean? Like not everywhere has corn dogs. Like any stadium, you're going to get a hot dog.
Yeah.
Corn dog, maybe not. That's so tough. So it's like, I would either be giving up something I like more or something I can have more. I honestly don't know if I can choose that question. That's so tough. I I guess I would give up hot dogs because in theory I could take a corn dog and unwrap it and still have a hot dog.
That's cheating.
I don't know. That's tough. Those are like some of my favorite foods.
I would definitely give up corn dogs because I love
a hot dog.
A chili cheese dog.
You know what I saw someone do on TikTok recently?
What?
Take a corn dog, take it off the stick, cut it in half, and put chili cheese in that.
Oh, I bet that's
so
good.
The bun is like corn dog.
The corn dog, because that is the outside of a corn dog is really good.
So good.
Chris loves those.
I love anything you can get at a fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same.
Like any
That's
of those.
why I had to throw a state fair birthday party for you.
Yes.
I grew up doing county fairs.
It's
and
the best.
Miss Clark County, Miss Teen Clark County. Hey. That was me.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Shout out Wind City.
I'm dead.
When Reality Hits is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can be a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help you find the options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Companies and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states. Okay, this is going to be the last question.
Okay.
This is from Vanderpod Recap.
Oh, love them.
What are some misconceptions that she thinks people have about her?
Honestly, there's some, and I feel like that just comes with the territory of like putting yourself out there. People are going to see certain things and you're like, but that's not the whole story, or that's not this. I think you're going to see some actually play out this season, and I'm excited to have the opportunity to respond to some of those. Are you excited
to not be pregnant?
Yes. Although you're going to see me testing my alcohol tolerance, and let me tell you, it's not a pretty process figuring it out.
Did that.
It's so fun. No, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of things out there.
I think you're a lot nicer than people think you are.
That's,
and
I
you're
would
a lot
say,
funnier.
The big thing. You know, also when you're filming and doing stuff, especially for the first time, you're nervous.
Yeah.
So I do feel like one, I didn't feel funny at all while I was pregnant. I did not. No, I'm not kidding. I think
you are funny though.
So uncomfortable all the time that I was just like, I can't be funny.
Yeah.
So like I look back and I do think, when it's funny, like I had never been called a mean girl or mean ever in my life before this.
Until this,
It almost made me feel like I was like, that's like giving me like too much power or credit. Like I don't know how to do that. Like I'm not like the one who's like, oh, let's like, I don't know.
You're not. I don't think you are at all.
So that's like an interesting one. I would say that's probably the biggest one, at least from the last like year or whatever. People are like, she's so mean. I'm like, why? Because I didn't invite someone on my baby moon because like we weren't getting along at the time. Like, okay, like would you? You know,
I
it's
think
like
you were also just uncomfortable.
Yeah,
pregnant. You didn't get to like have really your funny moments. So hopefully people will get to see that side of you
also
this year.
Being pregnant,
I see it all the time.
Yeah, being pregnant and being around everybody else who is drinking.
Yeah,
that
that's
also
hard.
Is the worst.
That's hard.
It's no fun.
Not that COVID was lucky by any means, but I was pregnant throughout COVID, so like I didn't have to go out and really have that like, just like feel like drunk people around me all the time or, you know, feel like I was missing out of stuff. Like I didn't have FOMO because there wasn't anything that you could do.
I would get FOMO, and then like I remember like Jared's birthday when I was pregnant, when he went to Club Cobra.
Oh yeah.
And I was there pregnant.
Yes.
And I'm like, and the Club Cobra is like, it's like the Abbey of the Valley.
Yeah.
So there's like go-go dancers. It's like very like dance club, table service, like all of that. I remember being like, I have to go because I'll have FOMO if I don't go. And then I get there and everybody smells like booze, and I'm like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
hard.
like, you do have FOMO when you're pregnant, but then when you get somewhere, you're like, oh, I wish I would have just stayed on my couch.
Yeah. And you're so tired when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
You know, like exhausted, even whenever you're just woke up. You're just already tired, you know?
It's a wild
Well,
time.
I love you. I don't think you're mean. And I think you're funny. Thank you for being on the podcast today.
I'm so happy to
And thanks for having me in Miami with you. I appreciate it. It was an amazing time. I love you and your friends. It was just so good.
We had so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh, and check out our podcast.
Yes.
It comes out on Wednesdays. It's called This Side of the Hill. It's Jason and Jared and I.
Yes.
A lot of fun.
And her Instagram is @Janet.
Woo. Because apparently Janet Jackson's team is not on top of their shit.
I was crazy. I got at Brittany.
I know.
You know, like.
I'm like, how does that.
Luck.
I know, right? Sheena's manager just got it for me. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
I just really fast. I just randomly checked. I remember I was at Stassi's house and she wasn't able to get just at Stassi on Instagram, but I think she had just gotten it on Twitter. And we were like talking about how cool that was. And I was like, let me check. I mean, Brittany is like the most basic girl name in the world. And nobody had it.
For Twitter?
For Instagram.
Oh, that's wild.
Nobody had it.
Oh.
So where I was already verified, you know, you have to get like, they have to do it for you. So I had my publicist reach out and the next morning I had at Brittany.
That's cool.
That's how it happened.
That's kind of how mine, well, I was, Mark, who works with Sheena, was like working, he was like, oh, I have to email Instagram for something else. Do you want me to see if they'll give you a blue check? Because I didn't want to pay for it. Yeah. Now they make you pay for it. And I was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, you have to put 3 names down that you would like. And I was like, I'm just going to put Janet as number 1 because there's no way. And then my next one was like Janet Caperna. And then I think like Janet Elizabeth or something.
It used to be Janet Elizabeth.
It was Janet Elizabeth with an X at the end. Because there's another Janet Elizabeth out there. And the next day I woke up and my name was just Janet. And I was like, how did you do it? He's like, I don't know. They didn't even like get back to me. They just did it. And I was like, okay.
I love it. Right. I tried to get at Cruz and it was too short.
Oh, yeah. It has to be 5.
Yeah. And I was like, dang it.
5 is the minimum.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, I guess. But there's like somebody that's just at Jax. Like, how is that?
There is?
Isn't that singer Jax? Isn't hers just at Jax?
Good question.
I could be wrong. But it wouldn't let me do it. It said it was too short. So.
There is a just Jax. Interesting.
Maybe it's because she is a singer. I don't know. They probably just like work something out. Yeah, they make exceptions for the fame.
For the fame.
Well, thank you for being on. Yes, I love you. That was so much fun.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks everybody for tuning in to When Reality Hits. We'll see you next Friday. Love y'all.
Are you looking for your next case? Pluto TV has all your favorite crime dramas streaming for free.
You're gonna need some backup.
Which means suspense is free.
Very cool.
Watch CSI New York, Criminal Minds, Blue Bloods, Tracker, FBI, and SWAT all for free.
You can't outrun this.
Someone is gonna pay for all this crime. But it's not gonna be you.
Take care of business, fellas.
Watch all the cases, all for free, from all your favorite devices.
We got you.
Feel the free. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.